Alright, hopefully this will work. So we got a new one in, the Stabnana, which is a follow-up to the Rockstead we'll get to. I've been using this for a month, and it is such a nice knife, but the hardness actually has come into a problem. I broke off the tip of it trying to get a AA battery out of a toy, and it's so tiny of a chip you couldn't see it. Other than it will no longer stab quite as easily as it once did. It's still sharp as it can be, but the stab point is a little bit gone, so it's very sharp. We've got some new knives in. This one is a CJRB. I really like this knife because of how fidget friendly it is. It's got a M-Tac Ukrainian lanyard, which is pretty sweet. They're 13 bucks on Amazon. But I like this knife because of how fidget friendly it is. If you hold the button, it's floppy, and if you let it go, it's like a brake, so it will stop being floppy, which makes it just fun to play with. But it's also very, very sharp. It's AR RPM 9 steel, and it's incredibly sharp. Even the tip, which I hopefully will not stab myself because I'm looking at the screen instead of the knife. I really like this one. It's a Knife Center exclusive. Anyways, we also have the original contender, the Chinese CRKT, Columbia River Knife and Tactical or something, but it's basic 8CR 13 MOV. Not incredibly sharp, but pretty sharp. It snags a little bit, but it's gonna be our cheap knife competitor. And then we've got this one in. It is a Microtech Ultratech with a dual-edged dagger blade, which is so pretty. It's bronzed, but it is not super sharp. It's M390 steel, which should be incredibly sharp, but look at this jaggedy page. It is just not impressive. Even the other side's just kind of janky. Otherwise, it's a decent knife. This button, lever, whatever, is kind of sharp. It will hurt your thumbs. But the Stabnana is in the Heretic knives, which I think is like an offshoot of them. We're gonna open that up here in just a minute. But this is the Jake Hoback Psalm 23 as I walk through the valley of shadow of death. This is my favorite knife. It's M390 steel on a titanium frame with a frame lock. It is so sharp. It is almost as sharp as the Rockstead, but it is much cheaper, and it is bigger blade, way more tactical. So sharp. If it had a polished edge, it would be the sharpest knife, I think. Even sharper than the ZDP 189. This blade is incredible, and I know it's got some controversy because of pre-sales being done without him disclosing parts were made in China, but I do not care. This knife is amazing. I adjusted the stud as far forward as it could go and still stay into this groove, so for that reverse flick where you can use your back finger, it is just so fun to play with and cut things with, and it even feels good in my pocket. It's my favorite. I like this one the best for fidgeting, just sitting around playing with a knife. This one the best for everything. This one is just kind of neat. This one cheap. And the Rockstead, of course, is supposedly the holy grail of blades, and I would agree. I think it is, but it's not far behind. It's not far behind the M390. Anyway, let's get to the Stabnana. This is an exclusive from Knife Center also, and it is almost 500 bucks. They made this real catchy video, and I just was sold on it. So let's see what we got. I could cut that box up later, maybe. Woo! Heretic knives. All I'm pretty sure that this is like a relative of the Microtech people, because their designs are almost exactly the same. Well, that is a pretty box. Oh, look at there. Oh, it's even got some oil, which is interesting because I wanted to show off this stuff. I really have been enjoying it for lube. So what have we got here? This is probably like rim oil, maybe. I don't know. Sample. Okay. We'll set that here. Also, this right here is Japanese clove oil. It's great for keeping the ZDP 189 rust free, but not as a general lube. Okay, so the Stabnana's got some, it's been stabbing this plastic. Ooh, yeah. It's very lightweight. Let's see, there's nothing else in there, is there? Nope. So it's lightweight, it's aluminum frame, it's got Magna cut steel. Man, that is a pretty, I think this is Cerakote, which is a ceramic sticker, basically, that's baked onto things. Ooh, I like this ball. I wonder what that is. Maybe tungsten. Probably not. Lanyard hole, which will be cool. I got an olive green. Let's go ahead and open these. These are M-Tac Ukrainian lanyards, and they are probably the best ones on the Zon. This is an olive green one, and this is also olive green, which I thought would go with this, but really probably black would have been best, but maybe nothing. Like, I thought I'd want one on this Microtech, but turns out this little hole is super small and it feels best without it. So let's go ahead and pop this bad boy. Oh, which goes this way. It's such a weird feeling in the hand like this. Oh, that is sharp. Sharp as in looks good, feels good. I bet it is sharp too. Let's get some paper on this boy. Do our first cut right away. Oh yeah, incredibly sharp. Does have a couple snags, but that's weird. It is sharp. It definitely is sharp, but it had some snags, and it looks like it could use some polish. Whereas, like, let's go straight to the king here. ZDP 189 is also very sharp. Oh, it got a little bit. But this Jake Hoback, the Psalm 23 Summit knife. Let's see if it. Well, you can judge for yourself, I guess. So the Cerakote blade. In the videos, it looked like this part was black, but it must just be a reflection because that's brushed steel. There's nothing on that. But this white part is a Cerakote. Let's get the black light on this thing. I'm gonna turn these lights off. I don't see any fingerprints or anything standing out. That's kind of reflective UV. Ooh, that might be from the paper. All right, well, let's get to the cut tests and see where it stands in terms of sharpness. Also, I wanted to show off this Pikal. This is electron microscope lens polish, and it's from Japan. And it is for the Rockstead. The website has a little tutorial. I'll try to remember to link to it, but it wants you to make a strop made of denim instead of leather for it. And I've covered it up, but this stuff stinks like a military boot polish, but I've made a denim strop. It's covered in plastic wrap so that it doesn't get all crusty and dusty in my drawer. But it has actually felt like it brought the edge back when I felt like it was just slightly ever less sharp than it originally was. but it is such a hard steel that it doesn't really get dull. You just put the edge back on. Like, there's a little bit of sticky grime on this. It might be Pikal, and I'm probably not saying that right. But this was sold on Amazon as a scanning electron microscope lens polish, and it was $50 plus some hazardous pay shipping. And then you have to put this stuff on it, and it makes it look all goopy if you don't get it all off. But anyway, so we're gonna cut some bands. Let's go straight to the new boy. Ooh, it's pretty long. I'm going 8 or 9 here. And then we'll go ahead and test the Microtech, which I thought was not all that sharp. Whoop. Really not. Look at that. All the way across. 12 inches. Loser. It never was sharp. I emailed Microtech and they said $30 they'll sharpen it for me. That's new out of the box too. This one is probably the sharpest other than the Microtech. Okay, well, flawed testing methodology. We can just cancel this, but for the sake of knowledge, let's do one more with this one. Oh yeah, I bet it didn't go far. Oh. Well, so we know, whoa, goodness, this thing connected to that steel clip. Titanium's not magnetic. For a minute there, I was confused. Like, why is this magnet sticking? Like it doesn't even stick to magnet cut. Oh wait, that's this ZDP 189. Yep. But titanium, this handle, also this handle's made of titanium. Nothing. M390 sticks. Which, by the way, this is my favorite knife. It's just such a big boy. Oh, I love it. Anyway, the Banana, the Stabnana, it's okay. $500 worth if you want to be able to say a joke like, is that a banana in your pocket, or you just want to stab me? If anything, I think it's just a conversation piece. So, but it's definitely lightweight, and compared to the Microtech, I think I like it way better. There's a similarity. I can't even do it with my left hand. There's a similarity here with the buttons. If you'll see, they look similar, but the Heretic guys took the design and like improved it. So this one will bite your finger. Like, these feel like two knives going into your thumb if you don't open it correctly. Pushing it from down here is fine, but pushing it from up here will hurt your thumb. They've fixed that. They've made it less sharp. But as for opening, that's pretty tough. It doesn't hurt your thumb if you do it right. This one much easier. Much, much easier. So, as for what I carry, it's this one. This is my favorite. It's comfortable in the pocket, and it is useful, and it is intimidating, and it is fun to talk about. I like the controversy. I'm not even a Christian, but I like this Psalm 23 on it. And Hoback, it's like that joke. Lent the neighbor the garden tools, come back the next day. Can I get my Hoback? No, but I haven't seen your wife all day, or something. This is the one to go to. The Stabnana. It's okay. I'll carry it and see. But, I mean, the shape and stuff, the cream-colored blade, it's pretty sharp. It's not the sharpest. You can feel some resistance there compared to the Hoback, the Psalm 23. You know, that to me is the sharpest. But anyway, as for all these toys, if you have any questions or want me to do any tests, let me know. I still like this one the most. I wish it was bigger. It feels so little in my hand. The lanyard helps give it some girth, but the blade is just so fun to flick. And I've got my eye on some others, like a Civivi, that one of the other channels was real proud of recently. I'm drooling over it, but this Stabnana is just a conversation piece. And since it was limited time, that kind of got me. So it says it's fully custom too. It doesn't even say semi-custom, it says custom, which I'm not sure what that means because it looked like they were manufactured, but oh well. That's my collection. Thanks for watching. Peace.